The bitter cold and a cry for help rain hammered down in icy sheets as Sophia pulled her thin jacket tighter around herself. She hurried down the dimly lit street, her backpack soaked, her sneakers squelching with every step. She had just finished her evening shift at the diner, and exhaustion clung to her like a second skin. She had been working double shifts for months, barely scraping together enough to cover her rent, let alone her overdue tuition. The sharp bark startled her. At first, she thought it was the wind, but then she saw it. A small dog, drenched and trembling, wedged between two parked cars. Its leash was tangled in the wheel of a nearby bicycle, trapping it in place. Sophia crouched down, her heart aching for the little creature. "Hey, buddy, it's okay. I've got you," she said softly, reaching out. The dog, a fluffy white Maltese with sad, dark eyes, licked her hand, trusting her instantly. She untangled the leash and lifted the shivering dog into her arms, scanning the street for its owner. No one was in sight. The dog's collar had a shiny gold tag with a name, Charlie, and an address just a few blocks away. Clutching him close, Sophia set off toward the address, her teeth chattering in the cold. The mysterious mansion, the house at the address, was nothing like Sophia had expected. It wasn't a house at all. It was a mansion, surrounded by tall iron gates and perfectly manicured hedges. She hesitated, staring up at the grand stone facade. "This can't be right," she whispered, glancing at the address again. But it matched. Summoning her courage, Sophia pressed the call button on the gate's intercom. A few seconds later, a deep voice crackled through the speaker. "Hello. Hi. I found a dog named Charlie." This was the address on his tag. There was a pause, and then the gates swung open with a mechanical hum. Sophia stepped inside, feeling like she had entered another world. A grateful stranger, a man in his late 50s, stood at the front door, his face etched with worry. He wore an impeccably tailored suit, but his expression softened when he saw Charlie in Sophia's arms. "Charlie," he exclaimed, rushing toward her. The dog barked excitedly and leaped into his arms. "You found him. I've been searching for hours," the man said, visibly relieved. "I thought I'd lost him for good." Sophia smiled, shivering slightly. "I'm glad I could help." He was stuck by the park. The man looked at her closely, noticing the damp clothes and tired eyes. "Wait here," he said, disappearing inside the house. Moments later, he returned with a thick blanket and a steaming cup of tea. "Thank you truly," he said, wrapping the blanket around her shoulders. "I owe you more than I can say. Charlie is the only family I have left." Sophia waved him off. "It was nothing, really. I'm just glad he's okay." She handed him the leash and turned to leave. "Wait," the man called after her. "I didn't catch your name." "Sophia," she said, smiling faintly. "Sophia Evans." An unexpected miracle. The next morning, Sophia was sitting in the university's financial aid office, bracing herself for bad news. She knew the tuition deadline was looming, and she had no way to pay it. The clerk tapped at the computer, then frowned. "That's strange," she muttered. "What is?" Sophia asked, her stomach nodding. "It says your tuition balance has been paid in full. As of this morning." Sophia blinked. "What? That's not possible." I didn't," the clerk shrugged. "Well, it's definitely paid. Congratulations." Sophia stumbled out of the office, her mind racing. She reached for her phone just as a text message lit up the screen. It was from an unknown number. "Consider it a thank you for bringing my best friend home. Edward Whitmore." Sophia gasped. Edward Whitmore, the billionaire philanthropist, owner of half the city. Tears welled up in her eyes. For the first time in months, the crushing weight of her financial struggles lifted. She looked up at the sky, a soft drizzle falling once again, and smiled. Sometimes, life has a way of surprising you in the most unexpected way.